When the windows were broken, the air turned to poison, so time was frozen and time was frozen. They sent in soldiers with oxygen masks to take the gold back, and they filed their lawsuits, and they filed their lawsuits.
So the other day I came across this Flash game that I probably spent more time on than I should have, which is weird because I really am not fond of Flash games. They tend to be very small, short, and flat. And I don't really get much out of it than I do like a PC or home console game. Everyday the Same Dream is a 2D art Flash game developed by Molindustria. The Molindustria website has a number of culture-jamming Flash games. This includes games like Baitfighter, McDonald's video game, and one of the more controversial ones, Phone Story. Funny story about that, it was actually banned from the Apple Store because, well, it's kind of truthful. Everyday the Same Dream tends to focus on a short existence, alienation, and the refusal of labor. The point of the game is to try to break away from your daily bleak routine. Let's talk about the design first. I can't say the style is too pretty to look at. The characters, backgrounds, and objects are all very blocky looking. Though I think it's meant to look like this, especially with the complements black and white being the main sepia of the game. Everything in the game is black and white, with the exception of a few things usually representing a being of life or a breakaway of your normal routine. Everything and almost everybody looks almost exactly the same, and I think that's the point in this dark corporate universe. Time for gameplay. Like most art games, the gameplay is very simple. You use the left and right arrow keys to move around on the 2D platform. Spacebar allows you to examine, activate, or talk to things. While you play the game, you may run into certain things that will end your day. For example, you can play through how the game wants you to, as in doing what everyone tells you to, like getting dressed and going to your desk, and your day will end normally. Others include actually dying, like being taken to a graveyard by a hobo, or committing suicide by throwing yourself off the top of the building workplace. Other ways to end your day is not getting dressed, showing up in your underwear, in which your boss gets mad, fires you, and you start the day over. Let's move on to the score. Throughout the game, you are accompanied by one song. And even though it's looping over and over again, it's not quite boring or repetitive. Actually, I kind of like it even without the game. And if played at completely the right time, sometimes it seems like the music is almost going perfectly with the actions being performed. Like take a look at when you enter the workplace. The music is composed by electro artist Jesse Styles, who also actually composed 5 other songs for Molindustria games. But either way, I think it goes great with the game itself. Finally, we move on to the story. Everyday the Same Dream tells the story of the player character, an unnamed man going through his normal daily routine. Your wife seems emotionally unattached, and your boss seems to hate you for being late all the time. And who could blame you? Who'd want to come to this cold environment every day? And once you start getting used to that repetitiveness, you start to break away from it. Most things are very small, like gazing at a falling leaf or even leaving your car in the middle of a busy street to go make contact with a cow. Another big character is the elevator lady, who seems to know more than she lets on. She repeatedly tells you that you'll be a new person and soon that your life is about to change. When there seems to be nothing left to do in the game, you notice that the production of your workplace has dropped and everybody's gone. All but one person, and that person is just like you. After playing this game, I can only think of 2 things. The cult film Office Space, and Disney's award-winning short film Paperman. Ever just feel like not showing up to work, or showing up in casual clothes? Sure, everybody does. Everybody wants that moment of complete power where you just are in control of everything, and in that moment, you kind of forget that butterfly effect and how it's going to affect you or the rest of your life. Another example is Kevin Spacey's character in American Beauty. Spoilers for American Beauty, by the way. Either you work a crap job and die, or do what you want, live how you want, and still die. In this case, the worst way. While I do enjoy most of Molindustria's games, this one's personally one of my favorites. So what will you choose? You continue your quiet, scheduled, and monotone life? Or take a chance on something different and simplistically beautiful? The choice is always ours.